I think about different phrases that people use. We have to bring closure to somebody's loved one or something that got murdered, and the other one that I hate to hear is being a veteran is thanks for your service. I know you hate to hear it as much as you hate to say it as much as I hate to hear it. But you should say that to all uh, minorities and Mexican people and all the people that you persecute and look down on. Because I know you have nothing but contempt a lot of times when you say it to a veteran. It excuses you from the bullshit that you be doing, and you really don't thank them at all. It is just something simply that rolls off of your tongue in passing. Even when I hear it over the phone, I hate to tell people I'm a veteran because I know I hate to hear that phrase. Thanks for your service, because I know you hate to say it as much as I hate to hear it because you don't mean it. And so I look at different things and different trends and different phrases that people sprout out so easily to get through a news segment or to get to some point where they want to ask you to buy something or do you need this? It's just really pathetic. But if you want my point of view, you should. Most Caucasian people should say that to all blacks. Thanks for your service, because they have served them in a lot of ways, and vice versa too. I'm not just saying that as being prejudiced, but if you have to say it and don't mean it, as far as veterans, when you try to kill them in the Phoenix VA, you should just say that in general, passing by any black person in Phoenix. Thanks for your service. And as far as PTSD, now only lately have they connected PTSD when I've known it all the time from the year-long rehab inpatients that I went to. My PTSD came from seeing a little boy as a little boy being just chewed up, ran over by a car, and him asking me for aspirins. That's where my PTSD came from. You know, a lot of times you don't have to be in wartime to, and that's the misconception of a lot of people too, on how they treat vets. If you ain't been and had a leg blowed off or arm blowed off, then you just a weekend warrior, and that's not true. Shit, black people have been traumatized and had PTSD from a lot of times from the day they was born to the day they die, depending on if you're gonna stand up and be a man. But I know you hate to say it as just as much as I hate to hear it, and you ain't never got to say it to me, because it shows in your demeanor and in your ways that, especially here, things haven't got any better, and you have nothing but contempt, and a lot of people try to put themselves on the same pedestal as veterans, especially news anchors, talking about when I was in college. When you was in college, you was trying to get as high as you could while you can. And it shows in your professionalism, in your job that you hold, and because of the personalities before principle. And so a while back, I was comparing, and though I like Nick on Channel 15, I'm on his ass every bit of the way when he talking about heart of a hero, when he go out and delegate people to find what they so-called heroes without doing it himself. When he was with my homie Alex Rodriguez, uh, he was a standoffish type of kid, and which he's a nice kid, but that's all he'll ever be. He'll never be a person that goes out and puts himself on the front line like maybe Walter Cronkite or I can't think of the old news people that did get Pulitzer Prize and told in-depth stories and apologized for things that they said that was a little off the facts. You'll never see that here. Sneaky Pete is their spin doctors to never never have to apologize. And I think the English says something like that is something is never being able to apologize for something. I don't know how that phrase goes, but they're motherfuckers too. But so if you don't mean it, don't say it. And a lot of times I wear my little veterans hat, and I was just at I was just I was at St. Mary's, and I was so outdone at how homeless people are looked over, and if they can't get to St. Mary's, they go hungry. So I had in mind I go to St. Mary's, I'll get some food, and I'll just hand it out individually to whoever I ride by on the street. That's how fundraisers are supposed to be conducted. That's how Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Bob Hope, and Danny Thomas did it. But here, they collect the money, they put it in their pocket. You never see the people that they collected the money for benefit from it. And so after I started catching them, even when the thing of the $3 billion being stolen from snowbirds that had some ties with Governor Ducey, things started to decline on them asking for fundraisers and GoFunds and things like that. And that was during the 7 years that I've been here. I started noticing, hey man, something don't sound right, because I've never heard of a fundraising, and when I left Chicago, other than that, and like I said, the remnants of Danny Thomas fundraisings is the hospital. The Shriners Hospital is a dark, deep-seated thing that only some blacks know about the true meaning, with the sword crescent over something. It's hiding a secret, and if you tell the secret, you die. So that's a whole different story, and I don't think much of them. That's why I say if the kids can run faster and kick higher, go out and get a fucking job. But so it is just funny how different phrases are said to forgive themselves, or just to have contempt. But when they talk about when I was in college ain't nothing about nothing like the service. You're going into college to better your own for your own self, to make money for your own self. You join the service to defend your country. Now, whether you go to war or not, you will never know. You never know when war is going to start. If you did, you can pick and choose when you go into service. And I'm pretty sure you guys that go to college and say that you can't go to the service because you got some asthma or some bullshit, you choose to say, well, I'm going to the college, but you're benefiting your own personal gain. It's different from volunteering or getting drafted in the service. So you can't compare the two when you say when I was going to college, because college nowadays is to get as high as you can while you can. And it shows in your professionalism in your job. So you don't ever have to say thanks for your service for me. But sometimes I wish you would, in passing any black or Mexican person on the street, you say thanks for your service, because they have served you in cutting your grass, watching your kids from drowning up here in Phoenix, to picking cotton, anything. It is timeless, and it is timeless. the years they have served you and made your life easier. And it is timeless, the years that you have put your foot on their neck and never gave them the gratitude and the honor that they deserve. Thank you.